Hello guys, how are you? David the Franco here from davidthefranco.com. Today's unboxing is going to be very exciting because I'm going to unbox the Canon PowerShot G7X, which I believe is kind of like the camera for vloggers now. It used to be like the Sony RX100 or something like that, but I believe this is the new camera that everyone's using. I've done plenty of research and I'm happy with my purchase, and I heavily emphasize that because, as you probably know by now, I have been on the ultimate search lately for the perfect camcorder. I've used a Panasonic 4K camcorder. I've used a very, very heavy brick-like Sony 4K camcorder. Both excellent cameras. It's just I didn't feel like they were worth $1,000 each. So I returned them to Amazon. Bada bing, bada boom. Eventually I used that money on a MacBook Pro, which I am absolutely loving with zero regrets. And then fast forward a couple weeks later, and I finally decide to give point and shoots a fair shot. PowerShot, you get it? A fair shot? Anyway, probably didn't see that coming, did you? No, but seriously, I've never really been a huge fan of point and shoot cameras for vlogging, mostly just for photography. But this camera seems to blow everyone's freaking minds, and I've been looking up reviews and other unboxings and test shots and test clips, so I figured why not spend the $650+ and get this for myself. And look, it even came with a free 32GB SanDisk SD card. I believe it's class 10. Yep, class 10. Now, I already have a Transcend card. I actually have two cards. One of them I already plan on using for this, so I guess this will just go in my camera bag as a spare card, because you never know. And speaking of camera bags, I bought myself this as well, an Amazon Basics camera bag. Now, I've never used an Amazon Basics product ever, but I've heard they're actually quite excellent, especially considering I only paid like, what, $5 or $6 for this. So what do you say we get this over with and check out the case real quick? Because I'm sure new people to this channel are like, why does this guy talk so damn much? Because I can. Boom! And opening the bag inside of a bag. There it is. It's as basic as it gets. There we go again. No, really. We have a front pouch for SD cards. Maybe like 2 or 3 can fit in there. Maybe 3 or 4 or 10. And a USB cable can easily fit in there. And of course, the main compartment is right here. I'm not even sure, by the way, if the Canon G7X can fit in this. Again, it's a risk I took. $6, really not a big deal at all. And you get a strap and not free candy. Don't eat this. It will kill you. No, really, it will. Okay, so let's get to the best part of the video, and then I'll test that bag out once this is open. Again, the Canon PowerShot G7X. Now, as you're watching this video, I am currently in Seaside Heights for my annual Seaside Heights trip, which shall be awesome. And in theory, if all goes well with my test vlog that I'll be doing between tonight and tomorrow, then I could be recording that entire Seaside Heights trip using only this. It's definitely a huge risk, but you know what? You gotta take risks in life. All right, you get your warranty card, boom. Plenty of documentation from Canon. Register now. I will register it if I like the camera and if it does not go back to Amazon. We'll see. Thankfully, Amazon has an excellent return policy, as proven with my camcorders I sent back. Wow, a very, very tiny battery. My God, this thing is tiny. Look at this. That is crazy. And by the way, if you're wondering, it is an NB-13L battery. Canon currently sells these on Amazon for like $45, which is not cheap at all. But honestly, you're fine going with a kind of no-brand battery. I know some people are gonna disagree with that, but honestly, I've had great experiences with off-brand batteries for my GoPro, my Panasonic camcorder, what else? I don't know, things. Batteries are cool, so just don't get stuck on the official brand because they definitely overcharge. We also get a little camera strap, cool, of which I will definitely be using because I am very scared of dropping this thing. Oh, and by the way, I went with the 4-year warranty that protects me from like drops and whatever else. So there is the camera, but let's save that part for last. And we're still going in the box here. And of course, I'll throw in some B-roll for you guys because I know this is a very small box. So there's only so much you can see. Now see, okay, this is awesome. Canon, come here. No, come on, come here. Bro hug. Because you guys are awesome enough to include a dedicated charger. Something Panasonic and Sony both failed to do with my previous camcorders. This is awesome. I love the ability of taking these on trips with me, plugging them into an outlet, and smacking the battery in instead of having to plug the physical camera into a USB port, outlet, or whatever. So awesome. Little things like this go a very long way. Okay, you know what? This is probably the longest Canon G7X unboxing on YouTube. But you know me, I like to take my time because I thoroughly care about the stuff and I care about giving you guys my fair and honest first impressions. Wow, okay. This, this is beautiful. Look at the size of that lens. Awesome. So there it is, Canon G7X. Definitely a little heavy. Not as heavy as my Sony camcorder, but definitely something I'm going to have to get used to. Again, we'll see if I like it. Chances are very good I will stick with this because not only am I very interested in, videos, which is my primary reason for buying this camera, but photography as well. So with that said, check out facebook.com/DavidFranco. I'll link you guys right below for my latest photography. I mean guys, I am always taking photos, whether they're on my Canon T4i, my iPhone, my LG G4, and now this, the Canon G7X. Photography is a big passion of mine. And I admit I sometimes get lazy with it, but I thoroughly do care about photography and I find it very interesting. And I actually just uploaded a few photos from our last camping trip in Driftwood 2 this past weekend. So again, check them out, linked right below. So there you go, Canon G7X. This feels like it's locked right now, but it might unlock when you turn the camera on. On the side here, we have AV out digital. Yes, there you go. And we also have what looks like a phone icon next to this button. Maybe it's Wi-Fi. That's probably Wi-Fi connectivity. Honestly, I never got into the whole Wi-Fi connectivity fun or whatever, because I still prefer to put my SD card into my SD card reader and then edit from there. But hey, that's just me. Up here, we have a very comfortable and well-designed thumb rest right there. So that definitely feels quite awesome. Up here we have the power button, the shutter button, we have the dial for all the modes, we have the flash right here that pops out. Of course, I'll demonstrate all this in my final review, my first impressions video and all that stuff. On the side here, oh wait, there you go. There's the flash. And it's a very interesting mechanism. It doesn't go straight down, it kind of like goes backwards, watch. So look at that. That's pretty cool. And of course on the back here, we have all your usual face buttons. We have playback, menu, your dial for all your controls. I think this says ring function and a record button, of which I will use incredibly often for video. But the biggest selling point with this camera versus other point and shoots of similar price ranges is this. Look at that. This screen goes outward like that. So that way when I'm vlogging, let me turn this way, I can actually see myself. That right there is one of the biggest and most important selling points for vloggers like myself. So Canon, props for doing this. Seriously, this alone is a huge, huge, huge selling point. So let me put that back down because I'm getting a little paranoid without the wrist strap on. Since I just bought this, I don't want to break it. So guys, there you go, the Canon G7X. Of course, I will power it up after this video. You guys are gonna have to stay tuned for first impressions. And speaking of, after this video, I'm gonna start kind of like a short vlog to show you what this camera is capable of me just talking, you know, talking your head off about technology, showing the pets because I'll be at my parents' house tonight, and all that good stuff. I mean guys, my ultimate goal with this camera is to give you my honest first and final impressions as to whether this is worth the $650 plus price tag. I say plus because of, you know, tax and all that stuff. And also don't forget, if you order from Amazon, you get a free 32 gigabyte SD card which is pretty cool. This alone is like a $20 value or something like that. So guys, there you have it. Probably the longest Canon G7X unboxing on YouTube. But of course, this is just the beginning. Stay tuned for a full vlog recorded just with this. I mean, it's only gonna be like a few minutes long. But after that, the following week, stay tuned for Seaside Heights 2015. That is where the true test happens. Whether this can keep up with at least 2 hours worth of content. I'm going to be draining the battery life like a mother, and I will definitely be putting this thing through its paces. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your support, and huge shout out to my patrons, because my Patreon campaign definitely makes stuff like this possible. I mean, this is made possible thanks to your incredible support. So thanks again, and I will see you in my next video. Peace.